Uh, my mother was born in Philadelphia. Her father worked on the railroad, and
Wait, can I interrupt real quick? Grandma, what was your mother's name?
Ingeborg Hilma Kvick Green. Ingeborg Hilma Kvick, Kvick Green.
Okay, continue. Sorry, I just wanted to know.
What was your mom's name,
Yeah,
Dad?
what was your
my mom's name was Mary Olive Davies.
Leininger.
Wait, Mary Olive Daisies? Davies.
Mary Olive Davies Leininger.
And she graduated from Germantown High School. Man, I think that's the high school that Will Chamberlain graduated from, but I'm not.
Will Chamberlain.
And she went to today would be the equivalent of a junior college, and took secretarial science. So she took shorthand. Do any of you know what shorthand is?
I'm probably the only one that knows.
No. In other words, it's I guess I would say it's a code where you learn, you write in this code and you can write much faster. You can write as fast as people talk. And then you would take it and translate it and type it, to a letter or something like that. So she worked for someone and he would say, come in and take a letter, and he would say it, and she would write it in shorthand, and then
So it's like a text-to-speech app these days.
Yeah, that's true. And now today they just do it in the microphone and the next person types it out.
Thanks. Speech to text, yeah.
she, she, I think she got married in 1937. I was born in 1939. Ruth, my sister, was born in 1941, and John was born in 1949. A big event was that my father got drafted into the Army, and my grandfather, my mother's father, got killed on the railroad. And if we were going to get to travel around, someone had to drive my grandfather's car. And so my uncle taught my mother how to drive. It was a manual transmission, and it was very embarrassing because she would stall the car all the time. And my sister and I would be in the back, and we would get down on the floor so no one could see us. Um, I can remember a couple of times being home from school, and it's very clear in my mind. There were two bedrooms in our house upstairs and then one downstairs, and I can remember more than once coming down the steps and going into my parents' bedroom, and there was my mother down on her hands and knees praying. And what she would be praying for my father, her mother and father, and for her children.
Like all the way down on her hands and knees, like.
Yeah, by the side of the bed, she was on her knees with her hands up on the bed.
Oh.
That's the picture I have of my mother. I had a couple of girlfriends during.
Wait, a couple?
Wh-
Grandpa!
this went from
This
your
is
mother
new
to your
information.
girlfriend.
New information.
Oh my gosh, okay, continue.
I thought this was Mother's Day.
And my mother really liked Dorothy. And so,
Wait. So you had a couple of girlfriends at the same time?
I was the second one, a couple.
okay, and my mother gave her a surprise 21st birthday party. I knew about it happening at the end because I had to go pick up Grandmom and drive her and then tell her, oh, I don't know, like I forgot my wallet or something, so to get her home, and then she got surprised. And all her nursing classmates were there, and they bought her a gray wool suit. I remember that. And when we got married, my mother taught a Sunday school class of ladies, and she said, okay, the ladies will do the, what do you call it, reception? The reception after the wedding. And so the ladies served the reception in the basement of the
And we had, what did we have?
lunch meat, rolls, cake,
Potato salad.
potato
lettuce.
salad, yeah. All
Desi,
that.
they had turkey rolls at their wedding. Desi loves turkey. That'll be Jess. That'll be Jessica. She'll have turkey rolls.
No, she wants steak.
And mac and cheese.
All right,
Yeah, and
continue.
I think of my mother too, and when she finished high school, she went to what they call boarding school for 2 years, and that's where you go. And really, it was like a finishing school. You learn all different things. And that's, in Sweden, that was a big deal to go to boarding school. I think she was the only one of the girls. All right.
How many sisters did your mom have, or siblings?
I think there was 5 or 7. There's a big family, yeah. And 1, 2, 3, 4. There was 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 girls and maybe 2 boys, something like that. Yeah.
And when I finished school, and Ossie and Grandmom went to Sweden for what, a couple weeks?
Right.
Yeah. And got to meet all
All right,
those
who's
people.
next?
What?
I'm saying who's next to tell about their mother?
Who's next to tell about their
Yeah,
mother?
tell about their mother.
Are you done telling about your mom, Dad?
Does he get more time?
Oh, I was just
Okay.
wondering.
She taught an adult Sunday school class. She wrote out the lesson, and she would use it as notes to teach the class.
She did that for how many years?
20, 30 years.
Yeah, and she was really my example, and I was able to teach for about 50 years, all different ages.
Emma, your great grandmom taught Sunday school. Your grandmom taught Sunday school. Your mom taught Pastor Justin Flores Sunday school.
And Pastor Jonathan Galvan.
Oh, and she taught the pastors.
I teach Sunday school.
You teach Sunday school. Sally teaches Sunday school.
Holden's gonna be in the NFL.
It's gonna be in the NFL. Okay, I got 50 years, girls, so count your years up.
I think you're gonna be
I'm
year
teaching-
1.
Teaching Sunday school.
Jesse's the last one to be in Sunday school.
Well, we'll probably classify.
Okay, now can we do